Okay, I think we are ready to begin the policy committee meeting of September the 10th, 2025. And I think that to start, it would be great to have the acknowledgement of our territories. And I'm really pleased to say that we are privileged to meet today on the unceded and the ancestral territories of the Squamish and the Statler Nations. We have an agenda recommendation.
That the agenda of this meeting be approved.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Lisa. Any opposed? Any amendments? Seeing nothing, that is approved, and we can move on to the minutes recommendation.
That the minutes of the policy committee meeting held on June 18th, 2025 be adopted.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, April. Any discussion on those? Seeing none. Anyone opposed? Seeing none, those are also adopted. That brings us to our trustee item. Trustee item. I see nothing has been submitted, so we will skip down to item number 4, information items, and that begins with our 2025-2026 policy review schedule. And I'll hand that over to Danielle.
Thank you, Cynthia. So this year we have a couple policies in a bylaw from the 200 series that need to be updated before trustee elections in 2026. I know it's already 1 year away. So this includes trustee elections bylaw, trustee code of conduct, as well as trustee code of conduct sanctions. So I'd like to have those reviewed before the next election. And then we also have some policies from the 700 series, which focuses on the business aspects of the district. So we'll be reviewing some of those this year. We're also going to do a check-in on how policy 804, animals on school property, is going, because we just implemented some changes to that last year. And we also have the 900 series, which is the school community relations policies. So we're going to be reviewing those as well. And Chris has another one that will be likely added.
Yes. Yes, discussion item number 5. Any comments or questions regarding the policy review schedule? Go ahead.
The only changes are pulling like changes to what was planned before. Is it the 200 series that have been pushed forward just due to the election, or is there anything else that's a change from what we've seen before in the schedule?
Some of the 700 series we actually had reviewed not that long ago. So we actually, even though it's supposed to be like a 5-year cycle, we decided, because we just reviewed some of them recently, that we would push them out to be 5 years. So now the schedule is changing a bit. And then Chris has a new one that's he'll be speaking to shortly that kind of got prioritized for the ministries.
And if I can make one comment, and maybe Danielle or Chris, you'll have the answer. Were we going to review or have some conversation around how digital devices and the policy around digital devices was going? I don't remember exactly what our conversation was.
Yeah.
Another one. Yeah, did we not list it? It should be there.
Is it in there
I
somewhere?
apologize if it's not. Yes, because we'll be getting some directions, some supports from the ministry around AI use as well. And so we thought it'd be timely to bring, at the pleasure of the board, bring that one forward, the district technology use. I can't remember its exact name, but use of digital technology in the district. It's a timely opportunity to take a look at that once we get more information from the ministry.
Okay, that would be great, because maybe it's under student code of conduct. Maybe that's really.
No, I think
Or
we
is
just
it-
neglected. I think we just forgot to put it in. I don't recall the actual number right now.
No, that one's
Yeah.
in there. It's in there
It
for
is in
this
there.
year. 706 respectful use of
Okay,
information
we got
and
it.
communications technology. It's in there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought we had.
okay.
All right.
I looked and then I couldn't find it.
There it is.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's great, because I do remember we had a conversation about that, and I think it's
And it'll likely be one we'll do later in the school year, because again, we're all learning more and
Mhm.
we're anticipating some general direction from ministry for some shared language across the province.
That's really important.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay, terrific. Any other questions? Seeing none, let's move on to item 5. This is a discussion item entitled Unexpected Health Emergencies Policy, and I'm going to let Chris take over and talk to us about that.
Okay, thank you very much. So at the end of the school year, actually it was in the summertime, I believe. I can't remember if it was July or early August, but the Ministry of Education made an addendum to or amended their support services for school order. They passed the amendment on June 30th, 2025. And out of that came a requirement that districts have either policy or procedures around a response to unexpected health emergencies. And what that specifically covers is the provision of AEDs in schools and support for learning around CPR. So we spoke about this at a few meetings actually, and where we were at as this conversation was happening across the province, and in response to some tragic events involving students in post-secondary. But again, it was more of an understanding and a support for these life-saving tools, K through 12, not just at post-secondary, but at public schools, all schools, independent schools as well. So the policy is quite straightforward because it's literally the requirement from the Ministry of Education. And we determined in our conversations that we appreciate and are thankful for this board's commitment to student health and welfare and well-being, and the well-being of all staff and visitors as well, which is why we decided let's put this at a policy level, so that the board is aware and has that governance piece. So what you see in the policy is a direct response to the requirements from the order. So again, we've linked the ministerial order into the background. It's in section 8. It's in the addition for the provision and maintenance of, again, AEDs and naloxone kits in all secondary, elementary, and middle schools. And what you'll note is this is on a staggered schedule, but we know we can amend this policy as we complete the requirements. So folks will see that we must have AEDs and naloxone in all middle and secondary schools by December 31st, 2025, in all elementary schools by September 8th, 2026. And I'll just remind the board and the public that this is something that the district has actually done already and been in advance of. So we did speak about this at an earlier board meeting. We do have our our AEDs in our secondary and middle schools.
Yeah.
What we're in the process of course, is ensuring that the maintenance schedule is in place, and any batteries need replacing, etc. So we're in good shape. Some of our secondary schools have naloxone kits, but not all. So we'll make sure that happens. And again, our requirement is actually December 31st, 2025. So we have lots of time to get those into play. And the ministry is working with providers again to provide bulk buying of needed equipment, which we appreciate and thank the ministry for, because that will ensure, I mean, again, we're in the grand scheme of things, we're seen as a middle-sized district in the province, but we can imagine for larger districts that do not have existing AEDs or naloxone kits, this could be quite a costly endeavor. There is no added funding at this point in time for that, but we feel that we're in a good financial place to be able to ensure that we can do this without too much issue. And again, just getting back to policy, you'll see under provision and maintenance, it's not just the provision of these life-saving tools, but also, of course, we've developed some internal operational procedures or admin procedures to ensure there's, again, regular inspection, replacement, just so that they're ready to go in the
They
important
start
event that they're
beeping.
needed.
They start beeping when the battery
Yes.
runs out.
Yeah.
It's
That's
so
right.
annoying.
It will tell us.
Wow.
That's right.
It will tell you.
The other piece, of course, is under the training to ensure that folks are trained in their use, and that will specifically and likely be the health and safety reps for each school. However, there'll also be opportunities and our physical health and education classes, our specialized courses like outdoor education are also, if they haven't already, some already have, we'll be incorporating training as well, because they are meant for anybody to use. And so we'll ensure we have proper signage and all those pieces around, and we know that the ministry is already working on providing opportunities for training, and so we'll get that out to staff. Yes, so that's really the 2.2 point where we're looking forward to working with Vancouver Coastal and other first responders to utilize their already fantastic training opportunities, so that again, we can respond to emergencies very effective way. And I spoke about signage, that's under the communication piece, so we'll be well underway, well before the due date, and we'll keep the board apprised of our progress.
Yeah, thank you for that, Chris. Any questions or comments, Melissa?
I think this is excellent. Having AEDs in the schools is something that I've been an advocate for years. So I was really excited to see them come into the schools in our school district. I'm wondering if there's I'm wondering if there's any funding that they're giving to us for purchasing and maintaining and training.
No, I spoke earlier to that. At this point in time, there is no additional
Yeah.
funding or training.
Sorry, I
But
missed
that is an ask. Of course, again, I think we're fortunately in a good place because we've done some of this work already. But if we think about other public school districts, I think of the large districts like a Surrey or Vancouver, Burnaby, Kelowna. This could be
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and just the maintenance of them too.
Yes.
Yeah. And also, sorry,
Go ahead.
I know you had said that the kids were going to have some training, but is that going to be in the elementary school as well, like grade 5 and up? I feel like could easily.
So.
do AED.
So not as I'm aware of right now. Right now, it's physical health and education 10 is the grade that's been mandated by the ministry. So that's later on in our year ahead presentation is new curriculum around that, but it's not certification. I just want to make that clear for the board and the public as well. We do provide those opportunities for CPR certification through clubs, through other courses, etc. But this is a general understanding of what CPR is. But at this point in time, there is no direction from the ministry around at what age we could do this. Again, individual school communities could certainly pursue that under the proper training, of course. But there's no information from the ministry at this time as to whether that will be supported in earlier grades.
If you don't mind me adding, so in the amended budget, you're gonna see an amount in there because we need money to pay for this, so you'll see that as one of the line items that we need to increase funding or increase money for that expense.
So another reason why I wanted to bring it to this first board meeting, just to set the stage for those other pieces.
I have two questions. One, is there one in the school board office? Is there one here?
There is.
By the front door.
Yeah, sorry, I should mention it's we have an AED in our school board office and at our, the bus garages. Both in Pemberton, here, and I believe, in the works building as well, but I'll double check on that. So yes, we want to ensure they're available when they're needed, so you're not running across the street.
So just to clarify, we already have them in our high school, so we're ahead of the game in the high schools. So are we have any plan to be ahead of this date for the elementary schools? I like being ahead of the
We have,
game.
As Secretary Treasurer mentioned, we have that in the budget. For
Yeah,
for
but-
approval, so we can go forward and
As soon as,
purchase these.
Okay.
So
as soon
right,
as we pass it, we
yeah,
can go.
well, maybe we can do it earlier, but one of the things that's happening right now is Focused Ed
That's
is put out an RFP, a request for proposal for providers to get the best deal for all the school
Right.
districts across the province to buy them, because everyone's gonna want them.
Right.
So we're trying to get a good deal on them. So that we should know the price in the next month or so.
Okay, good.
And again, we'll keep you up to date when it's completed.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Celeste.
If it's any reassurance, if you've ever had to use an AED, even if a younger person happened to be the only person available, you open them up and they tell you what to do. So even without training, anybody can use those machines. The question that I have for you, Danielle, is I noticed there wasn't an X in the 300 series. So presumably we'll be approving this policy this year.
Yes, it's not in because I'm just bringing it.
You're figuring out
And
when.
then once
yeah.
they'll go in, and look at it again.
Okay. Maybe next month or something like that. Is that when you're expecting we'll see it again?
Well, I'm hoping the approval can be today.
Okay.
The approval of the policies is just to say, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
And then you keep us accountable for doing the work.
Okay.
And I just had one question. I think you alluded to it when you spoke, but there's some of the things in this policy that I feel like are more like operational procedures.
Yes.
And so is there, like, I think it's good to leave it like this right now because we have to get it approved so that we can move forward and get these things into the schools. I'm sure there might need to be a little bit of work on the policy moving forward later, like getting rid of the dates because
Yes,
we won't need that anymore.
that's right.
But my real question is like, but there are operational procedures that coincide with this
Yes,
policy.
those are again, the admin procedures.
Admin
follows,
procedures.
And those are internal, and those are how we carry out policy. So when it
Yes.
speaks to, that there will be, what is there, procedures, big operational procedures for the inspection fund placement. That doesn't need to be in
No.
policy.
No.
That's how we implement the policy by making sure that we
Okay.
have a schedule.
Okay.
And that's so that we can make those changes as necessary without having to bring it back to
Yeah,
back to you each
exactly.
time, because it's the operation, it's operation
Authorization. Yeah.
of your governance policy.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that there was also that to go along with, because it seems a little operational-ish. But I think,
It is, but I wanted to bring it up to the full level
Exactly.
because I know, right, you have student and staff well-being as part of your mandate and your part of your wellness vision, and so I felt this was actually a great policy to brought to the board level
Yeah,
rather than
I agree.
keep it operational.
yeah, I agree. And
So I didn't know we were going to be voting on it today. So I didn't normally I give you like a nice little list. Can I just tell you what I think about
course.
a couple of areas? So it says in the kind of preamble under background, the last sentence says AEDs and naloxone kits in all secondary, elementary, and middle schools. Do you want that to say in all school district buildings?
So if I do, it would be a separate sentence because this is an alignment, this is the actual order.
Oh, the order is
doesn't
only
include
for the
that.
schools. It doesn't include like this building,
Yeah.
for example.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm happy to add a sentence to say, we will also be providing it also if you wish.
It sounds like you're already doing it, and the goal of this is to align with the ministerial order. I just wanted to make sure that that was intentional. The other thing that I had just noticed was under 2.2. So it says that the district will seek opportunities to collaborate with local health authorities and first responders to support training readiness. I wonder if doing that, but not putting it into the policy is not a bad idea, because you might have a staff person who can do that, like, I don't know that we have to say in policy that we're going to collaborate with the VCH to do this. We might do that anyway, but it might be too prescriptive. I don't know.
Quickly check the
mhm.
order to make.
Or maybe
sure-
the order says that you
Nope,
have to do that.
That's why I'm just quickly checking. It doesn't.
I don't
So
know,
I-
Chris,
I
you
see
know
what
what I
you're saying.
mean? Like, you may have an expert that's employed by this organization that manages that for you, but your policy says you gotta go out and collaborate with the health authorities. Or you could say
But
that,
as necessary.
or you could say
Maybe no.
will, change it to may. Just change the will to
Sure.
may, and then you're good. And then it's not, we have to do this, it's we might do it if we want to.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah,
And this
that's
will
a good
help
idea.
again, if we're thinking about budgeting, if we are having CPR
Mm-hmm.
certification for certain classes, we often will bring in a third party to do that work. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes,
yeah,
Made the
that's-
change.
Okay. Yeah.
And do we need to have anything specifically spoken to in this policy or mentioned about CPR? Oh, I guess the AEDs that covers CPR, is
Yes.
it one and the same?
You see, that's a really good differentiation, so, and I apologize if I wasn't clear, so the order is this policy about these
There's
specific things.
AED, yeah.
However, in addition to that, the curriculum, which isn't policy,
Isn't
that's what
policy.
we're compelled to
Yeah.
do. So correct, the addition of learning about CPR is an additional piece of the physical health and education ten
Okay,
curriculum. So thanks for the opportunity to clarify
Okay.
why I mentioned both.
And when you do your emergency your emergency first aid or your OFA 1 or your CPR, it comes with AED training.
Correct.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Okay.
our ARCO programs, for example, have that as part of the training. There's the first responders course at House Sound Secondary.
Yeah.
The presentation,
Yeah.
those students got the
Mhm.
training as well.
Yeah,
So,
so the ministerial order is separate from the CPR training
Yes,
that
it's
also
specific
exists
to
in our curriculum.
two tools
In
that
different
must be
places.
used by candidates.
All right, so no need to mention it in. Go ahead.
So normally adding things into policy that require amendments, like specific dates, for example. Do we have to have dates in the policy?
I think we do because it's the order that we're following.
Could we say by the dates mandated by the order?
Yeah, because you're right. 'cause
And
once
then we
the-
don't need to amend it.
Yeah, once
Then
the
it-
date goes by, it's
done.
irrelevant now.
That's a good.
Good point.
That's
Good.
what-
I'm
that's
good.
what I was-
That's good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's what I
We know
thought
the
earlier
dates.
too.
So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
by the date, I would. By the dates prescribed. Great. That actually needs to be in some sort of-
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, are there any other comments or questions? Because if there are not, perhaps we could pass a motion to bring this to our public meeting and then approve it there. All right,
And sorry, one
Yeah.
clarification in case it comes up, because this is a ministerial order, this does not require, it's not a maiden SD 48 policy that
Mm.
requires time and 3 months of public input. It's an order that we
Stuff.
must have
Mhm.
it. So just clarification for anybody watching it yourselves.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Just to clarify that, not all staff, it's not mandatory for all staff to be trained on this.
Okay. Alright, then, can I ask Archie to draft us a motion?
It's not there.
Is it there already?
Yeah,
Where? I don't
for
see.
action items. In the agenda.
Oh, gosh, okay, sorry. Ah, yes, now
Yes.
that I'm back on the right page, that has the agenda.
Lisa,
See, this is what happens when you save batteries. The policy committee recommend the Board of Education adopt policy 304, unexpected health emergencies as presented and with changes as discussed.
Thanks very much, Lisa. Is there a seconder? April, thank you so much. Any further discussion?
My only question, do you?
No, no.
Go ahead. Selena.
I just can't remember if this is for bylaws or policies. Like, will we need to waive readings because it's a brand new policy? What are the rules around creating brand new policy?
Thanks. No,
Okay.
when the bylaws do require
The 3 readings, but this
But,
one is just
do
one.
not. even
Okay.
if they're-
Okay, good question. I think there are no other questions. I'll ask for all those in favor of this motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that is unanimously passed. So thank you so much, Chris, and everyone who worked on this for getting it ready. And I know it's always tricky. Well, maybe it's not even that tricky, but it just has to be done when it comes from the ministry. So thank you for getting that work done. That brings us to item number 7 on our agenda, which is questions of clarification from the public. So I'll ask Danielle if anything has come in. Seeing none. That brings us to our adjournment. We have completed all of the work of this meeting, so we are adjourned at 1:25. If everyone can log out and then log back into Committee of the Whole, which begins at 1:30.